Screens right now, number 24. That's Lady Sonia, skippered by Buzzy Roll out of Cottage Exuma, sailing towards the Paradise Island. I am going to assume that our course is going to remain the same, a triangular course with port, port, port roundings.
Twice around, yep. And the winner of the C-Class race, the skipper there, said he did best out in the middle as opposed to going to either side or the other. He said he stayed up the middle, just made fewest tacks as possible. So we'll see if what the B-Class boats are going to do here. We already got we got 3 over on port tack, heading over towards the first marker off Dickey's Key. Off Tick's Point.
And it looks like Lonesome Dove in the middle of the course, just laid back on that port tack you mentioned.
And so the fleet's kind of split. Got some still heading over towards east end of Paradise Island. Tide's pretty low. Current's not probably going to be much of an issue over there right now. And actually, when it turns and starts coming back in, it'll push towards the east.
All right, so we've got our trackers up, and you can see we've got all 7 boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats with trackers on them. And to your far left, you've got Barbarian 1, Ant's Nest, and Udiva. I am not sure that these trackers have the right name to the trackers, because I believe we have Lady Sonia as one of those boats that has gone to the left
yep,
and not to the right. So we may have to check the names that they've identified the boats for with the trackers, because I believe to the far left, of course, we've got Lady Sonia, Barbarian, and Udiva. And then the other 4 boats going in the other direction would be Lonesome Dove, Old Boy, Susan Chase, and the Dove.
So different strategies here. All with the same object in mind. Would be the first of that first marker over there off the point.
All right, got some good news coming from the production team that we have a drone available for this race, so we should have some beautiful drone shots, and good to have that back as part of the broadcast. Overhead view and close-up views provided by the drone.
I had several people asking me during the lunch break, what happened to the drone? I said, well, hopefully we get it back up today.
All right, on your screens right now, going back to port, you see from the far right, Udiva, and then Barbarian. But still going over to starboard would be Lady Sonia. And the boats that went to the far right, 2 of them now are coming back. I believe that's Chase and Old Boy, the far right of our course. Not in the camera angle right now. We have Lady Sonia, number 24, still making her way over towards Paradise Island. And as you can see, scrambling around because they're now coming back on their port lee.
So we may have a crossing with Susan Chase, and not sure which that next boat is there. Is that Old Boy? Susan Chase coming in on starboard tack, so they have, okay, that boat's tacked. Is that Lonesome Dove, perhaps? That is Lonesome Dove. It's tacked right along with Susan Chase.
To cover. And we're going to bounce out to the water interview and Rodari. And as that's happening, we can see Lonesome Dove and Susan Chase. Left corner of your screen, just cutting across. I believe that would have been Barbarian. Ready for Rodari?
Sonia. They've chosen, as well as you can see, they're taking a different course. We do apologize that we don't have our drone. Like I said, the first day we had a collision with the bird, but we'll have to hopefully get those by tomorrow.
But yeah, if you look at it, you had several boats take a path this way into the middle of the harbor.
Right.
And Coach East talked about this earlier. there's two different strategies out here.
Yeah.
Stay in the harbor or go towards Paradise Island.
Yeah.
And you see Lady Sonia has gone way out to Paradise Island. And I think them and Lonesome Dove are going to come to a head real soon. And we'll see whose strategy worked the best.
Yeah, I think that is the beauty of sailing, though. You can go in so many different directions. And, you know, who picks up the wind best and who will outmaneuver somebody on the water. It really is. It's really a beautiful thing to see out here. So back to you guys. We'll be back.
All right, so hearing it from Rodari and Mike out on the water, we have to update them that we do have a drone. I just saw it fly out, and we should be picking up some drone camera views in short order. And there's your drone, Cap, one of the more beautiful shots.
Absolutely.
Certainly allows us to be able to call a race a
so
lot
much
better.
Yep.
And this gives you a better perspective on exactly where the boats are based on this camera angle. You can see the middle of your screen going on their starboard lay. I believe that's Dove, Chase, and Old Boy, I believe. Coming from the left, the far left screen would be Lady Sonia. And I'm going to say that those boats at the top of the screen would be all cutting at this point.
Sure, looks like it. See what happens when they get a little closer. But yeah, excellent perspective from the sky.
Great to have the drone camera back up. And again, a triangular course, so even the boats going to the left, at some point they're going to have to come back to the right. There's Udiva. Not sure exactly where she is compared to the other boats at this point.
Got on a pretty good size sail there. Can't quite see the top of the mast. Pull back a little bit. We'll see if it headboard goes all the way up to the top. But you leave it looking pretty trim right now.
I see some action out on the water. Looks like Susan Chase has decided to come back on port, while Dove continues to go starboard just to the top of her. Now Dove covering and coming back as well.
So those probably the top two boats there, Susan Chase, Lonesome Dove. I'm not sure who exactly is out in front right at this point. But when we get to the first marker there, off the point there, we'll have a better idea.
All right, I think if we look at our graphics now.
Here's the tracker.
The tracker, I believe that this tracker is correct in that the Dove is the yellow boat, because I believe she's the furthest one and going in that direction.
So she's most to windward, has a bit of an advantage. They can, if Susan Chase tacks, they can tack right on top of her.
Yeah, and Susan Chase would be the purple, and
it's the gray.
Lady Sonia, I believe, is the blue tracking that is now saying Old Boy. Not exactly sure. We'll pick it up when they go around, and maybe guys in the production will be able to change the names around to match what we're seeing.
Anyway, you can see from the GPS technology, you got three boats that are pretty close to each other, almost like in a line abreast. But the yellow tracker, that's the boat that's most to windward, have a slight advantage over the other two. And you can't count out the other ones that are a little lower down on the screen.
And what I'll say, Captain Plug, based on the speeds that we're seeing, these boats, 4.5, 4.7, pretty much the same speed as the C-class boats.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, it's very consistent. You may see the A-class boats a little later on doing about the same speed.
Right.
But good pressure from the wind today. Pretty much the same as it's been almost all day. Maybe a little shift from real early. East-southeast, 8 to 10. Probably closer to 10 right now. So the sea conditions are great.
And I believe the boats at the top of the course will probably have to come back once more on a starboard lay and then go around. port to the first mark, as you can see it way out there.
Yeah.
And there is our drone shot. And we'll see if we can pick up the boats from left to right. These are your 4 boats now.
Well, Ant's Nest is on starboard tack coming back. And she's just gone in front of those other 2 boats, which possibly is Susan Chase and Lonesome Dove. So Ant's Nest on starboard.
I believe Ant's Nest is going to be moving towards where the Susan Chase and Lonesome Dove is.
Okay, it's
yeah.
that depth perception thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right, Dwight. Absolutely.
And
So possibly in 3rd place there.
yeah, as you can see from our drone shot now at the bottom, you got Lady Sonia. We've got the Dove at the top, Susan Chase in the middle, I believe, and we can just
That may be Old Boy.
pick up the sail numbers. If that's number 11, and that's Old Boy. So I think we've got the Dove, number 18, Susan Chase, sailing with sail number
Should be
4, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
number 4.
11 Dove, and then at the bottom you have Lady Sonia. And Dove now has gone back on an attack, and there she is. Absolutely, and I think we were calling it right. So 18 Dove, Susan Chase attacking with her. Old Boy going for a bit more. I think she's trying to hold off Lady Sonia at this point. But the Dove, I believe, may be a little bit concerned about Ant's Nest, who you would have seen tack from, well, actually coming from the opposite side of the course from earlier.
The Abaca boys had some issues coming up in this marker in the sea race earlier, where they misjudged the tide and the current, and they got to the marker and they were low. They had to jibe around, went from 2nd to 4th.
All right,
So I hope these skippers are taking all that into consideration.
around the mark, first
Okay.
place.
Lonesome Dove.
Repeating yesterday's race, and seemingly Susan Chase doing the same, holding on to 2nd place.
Still got to finish this upwind and we'll have the 2nd go round. But yep, Lonesome Dove first, Susan Chase, Long Island 2nd. Coming into the marker off of Dix Point, getting ready to adjust sails.
And it looks like Ant's Nest again in 3rd place, like yesterday. And here she comes into our drone view right now. So first, Lonesome Dove. Number 2, Susan Chase, and Ant's Nest again going around in 3rd place. Almost a repeat of yesterday's performance.
I got a full load of crew on that boat. The Ant's Nest. 7 to 9 is typical for the B-class boats, depending on the wind. I got some spectator boats out there amongst the officials today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great day to be out in the boat.
There's a good shot there of your lead boat right now, number 18.
Lonesome Dove pushing that bow down, pushing the water aside, parting Montague Bay waves, making her way up to the windward marker over by the Narrows.
And if we're able to zoom in now to see which boat was in 4th place, I believe it's a white boat, and if it's a white boat, it'll be Old Boy.
Old Boy,
I think
yeah.
she's the only other white boat left in the fleet.
Yep. Old Boy around the Dix Point marker in 4th.
And she needs to make up some ground because she brought in the buoy yesterday,
Yep.
last place.
As we talked earlier, it doesn't matter if you win all 3 of the heat races. And you come into Sunday, if you don't win that race, you're not going to be best of the best. So potentially, well, in this case, it would be 5 top boats. So the boat that comes in 5th could potentially win the best of the best.
Absolutely.
So a little bit of controversy about that, but that's the format for this regatta.
Yep.
And everybody's respecting that. And so whoever wins that 1-race shootout day after tomorrow, you want to be here or be tuned in to Cable 212 or YouTube or Facebook, because you're not going to want to miss that finale on Sunday.
Not at all.
Big shout out to the race committee, Commodore Fox, and all his team out there in the water. Sandy, the statistician. Oh gosh, I mean, what a job they have. It's a thankless job. They have been doing magnificent this regatta. We're getting the races off mostly on time. the excellent sportsmanship with flipping the A and the B races yesterday to accommodate the Abaco team. Thanks, you guys, for doing it. We couldn't have a regatta if it wasn't for you all.
Okay, we got some sailing fans tuned into the Facebook page. Darl Davil watching all the way from Abaco. And Santonio Roll McPhee is somewhere in the state of Florida. And he's also watching. Big tidal wave fan. Big tidal wave fan. And Darl, big running tide fan, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. What kind of speeds are we seeing here, Dwight?
All right, I'm seeing 5.4 from Ansness. Barbarian showing 5 up to 5.6. Lady Sonia 5.4. Lonesome Dove currently showing 3.7.
Well, maybe that's because they just
going
went around the marker.
Yep. So she's gonna.
So the speeds are pretty consistent, around
Yes.
5.5.
Yep.
So these boats have got themselves nicely tuned in. Strategy is the big payoff now. Pick the right strategy, getting clear of that start, and then going up the middle there.
All right, Lonesome Dove with about a 30-second gap on Susan Chase coming around now in second place. And they're going to be followed by Ant's Nest in third place. Old Boy in fourth.
And looks like we got Udiva.
Udiva bringing up the rear at the moment, so
she's at the back. Yeah.
fight between Lady Sonia and Barbarian for 5th and 6th place.
Yeah, right now Barbarian's got the edge over Sonia. The two of them coming in nose to tail into the windward marker.
There goes Old Boy around, and they are playing Ant's Nest pretty close. That's a cool view from right above with the drone. And if we can just back the drone back to the mark so we can see the other boats coming around, that would be nice. And
the
number
boat camera.
24, Lady Sonia going around, I think ahead of Barbarian. So Barbarian coming in 6th, and then we got 7th place with Udiva. So let's go back to the water, and we've got an update from Rodarian crew.
All right, so Gerard, all the boats have already passed this buoy. The most animated boats were in the back, which would have been and Mr. Gibson on Barbarian. No surprises that Lonesome Dove is doing a pretty good job again today.
Yeah, that's expected. With seasoned sailors and sailors crew together.
Yeah.
They've been sailing together for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And then no surprise that right behind him is Stefan.
Right. Defender champion.
Yeah, so Stefan is going to do his best because I'm quite sure he's very upset with what happened in the C-class.
Yeah.
Him having the misfortune that he did and breaking down and not being able to finish that race.
Yeah.
So he's out for vengeance right now.
Yeah, Mr. Umbrista is sailing pretty good too on Ant's Nest.
Yeah, the Ant's Nest has been surprisingly sailing very well from yesterday.
Yeah, and
so
Old Boy as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and Old Boy. Old Boy is doing pretty good as well.
All right,
So
we're
we still have a good race coming.
All right, this is the first lap. We're heading in, and we'll pick up this deeper into the second lap. Back to you guys.
All right, and so we want to thank all of those who tuned in on Cable 12, channel
212.
212, yeah, watching, along with everybody else who is tuned in on Facebook page. Patrick Knowles has got big Running Tide fans over here too. Kirk Knowles, tell Captain Plug I ain't forget about Hope Town. Kirk is also a big fan of Willie K, Susan Chase, and the legend.
So we got some strategy going on here on the screen. You got 3 boats out here on the right, dueling with each other, trying to find a clear lane, and 3 more on the left. And
Yeah.
should be 4 there somewhere.
So we've got on your left side right now, number 18, Lonesome Dove, followed by Susan Chase, followed by Udiva, it looks like. And then to the far right, we've got Ant's Nest, Lady Sonia, and Old Boy. So that's 6 out of the 7. There's got to be a 7th one. Barbarian's got to be hiding in there somewhere.
The sails are full, pretty much. They're all out wing on wing now. They got the jib out, the whisker pole on the port side, mainsails on the starboard. And they'll come down here to the leeward marker and leave it to the port side. So they'll just need to bring that jib in when they get down here to make the rounding. Right now they're just trying to catch all the air they can and keep the speed up, or maybe increase the speed, hold a position, or take a position from somebody in front of them. Lonesome Dove looking pretty good right now. Chase right on there. You've got to give Stefan credit. You can't blink because he'll be around you in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. All right, so you see from our tracking, Lonesome Dove number, the yellow track, the purple track belonging to Susan Chase.
They're just taking the direct line from marker to marker, because there's a couple other boats gone off to the side there to see if they could gain an advantage over each other. Now they're coming back to the direct route. This is real-time tracking, folks. What you're seeing on the screen here with the arrows and the colors.
Lonesome Dove hitting 6 knots.
That's what's happening right out here in front of us on Montague Bay.
All right, and Rodari and crew getting ready to bring another report for us. Go ahead, Rodari.
Let's talk about what these boats are doing right now. They're betting. Now, can a boat gain at this particular point? What do they need to do to actually gain on the other vessel at this point when they're actually going down?
Yeah, a boat can gain, but in order for him to gain anything on the boat is in front, either he has to have a bigger sail, or the main sheet guy who's responsible for the speed of the boat on the downwind leg has to, what we call, fish the sheet. Sometimes you have to let it out, and sometimes you have to pull it in. You pull it in when there's a puff of breeze that's in the sail, and that's what will power your momentum of moving forward.
Okay.
So it's a combination of two things.
All right. So you guys learned a little something about betting today. All right, back to you guys.
All right, Lonesome Dove is around the leeward marker.
Yep, she's got about a 40-second lead at the moment on Susan Chase. She's just going around the mark right now.
They got harden up, bring that sail in tight, and start making their way up to the marker off Dick's Point. Begin the second lap, second of 2 laps. Pretty steady breeze going on right now.
And now we've got a dogfight for 3rd place.
Ant's Nest coming in hot.
Old Boy breathing on a neck.
The old boy wants to take it away. She's fighting for every inch. Want to come into the marker as tight as you can, as opposed to going wide and falling off from the wind. Come in nice and tight and punch the bow up into the wind. Try to stay above the boats that are behind you. Okay, we got somebody's tacked over there. That's Susan Chase is tacked over. Steph is not going to follow. And here goes Lonesome Dove, is going to tack to cover him. So Lonesome Dove playing it safe. Susan Chase trying to find an advantage to go out towards the middle of the course. We've heard that is the favorite part. Oh, we got a boat doing the death roll.
It's Lady Sonia.
Want to keep that boom out of the water there, Skipper.
All right, going around 3rd place. Ant's Nest, followed quickly by Old Boy. 4th place. Lady Sonia in 5th place and coming with a lot of speed. Udiva in 6th place. Barbarian bringing up the rear. And there are all 7 of your B-class boats in your screen at the moment. 5 boats right now.
3rd and 4th fighting it out. 5th and 6th fighting it out. 7th trying to get up there in the mix.
Lady Sonia looks to be falling off a little bit. Udiva starting to gain on her. But Buzzy may be trying to.
Not pointing as high as the other boats.
Yeah. And at this point, you're sailing away from where you need to be.
Yep. Got a few anchor boats to negotiate around. Looks like they're going to split here.
Yeah, make a sandwich with Captain Gene.
Well, if Ant's Nest there can keep the speed going.
They decided to.
They may need to watch out, and they're going to tack over. Okay.
Yep, they're tacking over now.
That's probably not a bad idea. Old boy might want to tack over to cover them. Like Udiva's tacking over. No, maybe not.
They haven't decided to do this yet.
They just pulled her up real tight into the wind.
Kirk Knowles is making a wager that Chase is going to overtake Lonesome Dove on this lap.
Well, they still have time to do it, but Stefan better get his groove on if he's going to do it, because Lonesome Dove is holding and looking pretty good right now.
All right, and Mindy is asking for sale numbers. So Mindy, number 18 belongs to Lonesome Dove in first place. Number 4 belongs to Susan Chase, who's in second place. Number 6 is Ant's Nest, who's in third place. Number 24 is Lady Sonia. Number 11, Old Boy. Number 5, Barbarian. I think that covers the 7. Udiva sailing
6.
number 6.
Yep.
Number 6. And so there you have it. Your first place boat at the moment, number 18, Lonesome Dove. Chase now deciding to do a defensive tack or an offensive tack, I guess, because she's trying to goad the Dove. Dove not yet taking the bait to tack back, and now she is.
They're just going over, yep.
And you can see on your trackers, the purple and the yellow tracker. Purple belongs to Susan Chase. The yellow is the Lonesome Dove. And that's where they are on the course. And coming back now from the bottom of the course, far right side, we have Lady Sonia along with Old Boy and Udiva. And Chase has gone back on another tack.
That should put her on ley line, probably.
Dove now deciding herself to go back.
Prize coming out. You can see from the drone there as they tack the mainsail over. Prize come out. You get a couple of crew out there to keep the boat heeled over just so. So a little bit of separation between those two boats there.
And the Aberconians making sure that they stay on top of Susan Chase. I'm not going to let her gain any advantage on any leg at all. Dove sailing extremely well. I mean, just look at that. You can see straight to the bottom of the keel almost.
Yep, very impressive. Yesterday in particular, and then so far today, looking really good.
Absolutely.
It's come up that the crew is almost militant. Well, we are pretty regimented, if you will, as far as let's be ready on time, let's have the boat ready on time and whatnot. And most of us have been sailing together a long time, so you kind of know what the other person is going to do without having to ask or say.
All right, let's throw it out to Rodario on the water. Oh, I believe it's time for us to take a commercial break as opposed to hearing from Rodari. So we'll take this quick commercial break and be back.
Get them, boy. You still watching them little NBA clips on TikTok? What you mean? I ain't paying no big money to watch the NBA games. Big money? You know you go watch your favorite games live on SportsX and it only costs as much as your lunch. But it costs $5. Exactly. Once you have a live fiber infinite, Rev Trio or Trio Plus, you get NBA League Pass and watch your favorite games on SportsX for just $5.
You saying it's like about chicken and fries? I watch the NBA.
Yep.
Say less. Where they sign up?
Oh, that's easy. Alive Fiber Infinite customers sign up at alivefiber.com and Rev customers call 300-2200.
And we're back live, sailing here in beautiful Montague Harbor. Overhead view from our drone, picking up a powerboat there for a sec. But here is your B-class sloops.
And
Still some maneuvering going on.
Susan Chase has tacked again. I think he's trying to force the Lonesome Dove into a tacking duel.
Yeah.
We'll see how they respond to that. So far, they're not taking the bait, but Chase is definitely tacked over, which means perhaps Lonesome Dove is not on ley line.
And now I think we will go out to Rodari for a report from the water. Rodari?
And Gerard, you were giving us some golden insight on what Lonesome Dove. Trying to outmaneuver him, trying to get in his head.
Yeah, he's actually putting his crew and the Dove's crew to the test.
Right.
He know he can't catch the boat by stern chasing him, so he's putting him in a tacking duel.
Right.
And as you can see, he's somewhat winning the tacking duel.
Yeah.
Because now the Lonesome Dove is just going on the tack that he was on.
Right.
Have been shortened.
Yeah, because
so that's all he's trying to do.
Stefan like tacked like 3 times. Right.
Right. So that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
so okay, as we speak, the Susan Chase
look,
is
he's talking again. Yeah.
Now the Dove have to go a further distance to get to where the Susan Chase is.
Right.
So as he's doing that, he's shortening the distance every time he tacks.
So it's a chess game with them.
So we're gonna see what happens in another probably 25 seconds. They're coming together.
All right, cool.
And the Dove is still in front of him, but as you can see, the distance is getting closer and closer.
Getting exciting out there. All right, back to you guys.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but
So tacking duels, yeah, they'll definitely put you to the test physically, and possibly cause you to make a mistake when you tack in. Stick a pry in the water, slow you down momentarily, lose grip on a main sheet or something like that. So yeah, it's really putting both crews to the test.
And directly from overhead, looking at Susan Chase. And now you see the Dove now in front of us, going back on her tack. And at this point, I believe she's still in front of Susan Chase, but as
there's a crossing perhaps with Chase and the Ant's Nest.
Yep. As Gerard was saying, the distance now between the Chase and Dove may have been shortened via those series of tacks that were initiated by Stefan. But we'll see. Dove still has the lead, and as long as she's leading, those guys aren't going to be too concerned.
There's the yellow arrow. That's the Dove.
And right now, powering up to 7.6.
Oh man, what a burst of speed! They really got it trimmed out.
Or was my eyes deceiving me? I'm seeing maybe not 7. I'm seeing 3.6 now, and Susan Chase as much as 5. Big difference. Dove now up to 4.9. So yeah, little puffs now and again. Pretty much 5.5 Dove, 4.9 Susan Chase.
So speeds are pretty consistent there, 5 to 5.5. What I expect to see with conditions like today. And most everybody's got their big sail up. These boats can handle a big sail in 10 miles an hour breeze. Tearing up Montague Bay out here is B class.
I can tell you, with all that tacking going on, is turn this race into just a little bit more excitement, other than just trying to chase one boat, trying to chase the other one down from behind.
Definitely going to see some action and possibly some position changing when they round this marker off the point and start heading over towards Apple Island and the Narrows there to the most windward mark. Maybe 2/3 of the way through the second final lap, B-class race here today. Great to have the drone back. Surely is.
Absolutely
go. Should be
beautiful, beautiful shot.
Top boats there.
And you can see the mark coming into view just at the bottom of the screen. And Dove on a beeline straight for the mark.
Yep.
And so,
second place is down a little bit.
yep, still has to come up a bit.
Lonesome Dove coming steaming in, pushing that bow down. Crew getting ready. Skipper's got his eye on a marker. Want to make a nice clean rounding.
There comes the mark into view.
Main sheet man gets ready.
There goes the Dove.
Clear the mark. No contact. No penalty. Tacking around. Get the prize out. Get the weight out. Good clear, wide rounding. Didn't need to go that wide. It cost you a few seconds, but right now they're doing okay as far as holding on to their lead.
Yeah, I believe that they've actually put some distance between them and Susan Chase.
And if you're just watching the way that boat just accelerated away from that marker there, I mean, she is really moving.
Yeah, we're closer now to 1 minute separation between first and second place. And Chase still has a ways to come because she's a little bit ways off the mark.
So the question is, you know what the term sandbagging?
No, never heard it.
Okay, what it means is you, in a situation like this where you don't need to win to get into the final, you hold back a little bit. Do you think Stefan is sandbagging?
The Stefan I know, I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah, Stefan is a gunman. He loves to get these first places.
we all do, but perhaps he's saying to himself and his crew, like, hey, let's don't show our hand. Let's let them boys think they got the advantage over us in this regatta. And then if they make the final on Sunday, those two boats, then just come out and go, all right.
Blow past them, huh?
Yeah, let me just show you how it really is. Just a theory.
Yeah, good defense for Stefan, but I don't know. Stefan has got sandbagging in his genetic makeup. Those Knowles boys out of Mangrove Bush are very, very, very competitive.
There's no doubt about it. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
People do stuff like that. Anything you can do to get an advantage in racing, get in somebody's head, it can work.
So it looks like Ant's Ness is still going to be holding on to the third place. And if the race finishes the way it is right now, we would have a repeat of yesterday's top three. Lonesome Dove, Susan Chase, Ant's Ness. Ant's Ness sailing extremely well.
Yes, they are. Captain Armbruster doing a great job.
Yep. Normally you'd expect to see Lady Sonia in the mix with the Dove and Susan Chase. Traditionally, it's been those three. That's the top three B-class sloops. Old Boy with a showing every now and again.
Yeah, Lady Sonia definitely not shining the way she often does. Maybe just needs a few tweaks like they did to the Legend in the A-class to improve her performance.
Didn't pick up the fourth place boat, but I believe maybe Old Boy. As soon as we get a closer view. Pick up that sail number, Captain, we can identify.
Oh boy, number 11.
All right, so Old Boy holding on to fourth place.
Yes, sir.
And I believe Lady Sonia, she's got a big sail number, would be the boat currently in fifth place.
2, 3, 4.
Sixth place,
Sixth place, yeah. Yeah, that's Sonia, sixth place. AU Deaver in seventh.
All right, so Cap, back up to, go back to our third place boat then, because I think we may have missed one. Ant's Nest looks like she is in fourth place.